Hello everyone, I thought I would just do a quick video to demonstrate the new element that we've just released for Phox Elements. This is the stacking cards element, and these are quite versatile. And what it does is, you can see here we've got some cards on the page, and if I scroll, they just start stacking on top of each other as I scroll. You can put images in them, create a nice gallery effect, and they obviously undo as you go the other way. And you can also create a full page effect like this quite easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how I created this full page effect, because these ones are quite self-explanatory. So I'll just jump over to Breakdance and we'll get started. Okay, here we are in Breakdance, and the first thing I want to do for this full screen effect is add a section, and I'm going to make it full width and add 0 padding to it, so there's going to be no space around the edges. And then we want to add our stacking cards element. By default you get these things, but let's just get rid of those. And you can see now this takes up the full area of that section, but it's got some border radius and stuff by default, so let's just get rid of all that. Let's come to the card. We want to leave it as 100% width. We don't want the borders on. The offset, we don't want that. So what the offset does is it allows you to set when it starts stacking from the top of the section. I'll demonstrate that later because you can't see it with this full screen mode. Space between, we don't want that either. But minimum height we want to set, and we're going to set this to 100% height of our screen, which is the VH, and then we're going to put 100 in there. And now all our sections are 100% of the height of our screen. So let's look at our content. Depending on what we want in here, we can just get rid of these options. So let's leave the title in, we'll get rid of our content, our button. We'll leave the icon in as well. Let's set these to the middle. Make the title a bit bigger. Let's choose this font and increase our thickness. Choose purple. Okay, that's fine. Let's look at the icon now. Let's make the icon a bit bigger. We'll put a background on it. Black. Okay, and then the way we set our card colour is on the repeater itself. So obviously all these options are going to affect all of the cards, but if we come over here we can set the background colour of our card here. So we might have to change our colours actually, so we should have set this first, but let's go with that, and that's fine, it doesn't look great. And now I'm just going to duplicate this so that I've got another one, and let's go in and change the colour of that one so we can see the effect. Let's go with pink. In fact, let's set our title to white. So then it's going to work on all these colours, and then we can see straight away we're already done. So now I can add as many cards as I want, come in and change my title, and we're already done. Let's change that to a different colour. So that is how very quickly and easily you can create that effect. So let's get rid of that now, and we'll look at that stack and offset. So let's add a new stacking cards. We're back to this. Let me come into my section and get rid of that full width. So here we can see they're at the top of the section, and they will start stacking at the top of that section. In fact, by default it's got 10 pixels, so you can see there's a 10 pixel gap there. So let's increase that to 50 so we can see. So now when we start stacking, there's a 50 pixel gap. And that's important because if we set a 50 pixel padding at the top of this section instead and set the stacking offset to 0, when we scroll they're still going to stack at the top of that section regardless of that padding. So they will still stack at the top of the screen, I should say, where the offset allows you to start stacking on the position you actually want, like that. Space between is obviously the space between the cards. We can set the size of these things as well, and these look quite nice on mobile. Let's go back to 100%. they do work quite nicely on mobile as well. So I hope you enjoy that new element, but if you have any questions, let me know.